Continuary Canada Reels, connecting the diaspora, empowering narratives.
Honorable,
You're right.
welcome to our show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
I know you have been through the whole Canada. You have been to Alberta. I hear you've been traveling a lot. What made you settle here in Ontario?
Actually, when I first came to Canada after Quebec, I was in Ontario here before I moved to Alberta. But naturally, in my nature, I like exploring. I don't like being stagnant in a place. I like moving around. I like knowing what is going on around me.
Adventure.
Yeah, yes, it is my hobby.
Okay. So when you first came, you landed here in Ontario first?
When I entered, I actually entered through the US, and I entered through Montreal. And then thereafter, I entered Toronto, and I stayed a year, or more in Toronto here before I said, let me check out what is happening in Alberta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when I got to Alberta, just about 2 months later, COVID came in, and we got stuck there. And so I decided to just live there too, and I lived there for 3 years. So
were you chasing oil? What was in Alberta?
No. Even a friend of mine who actually was working there, to be honest, we talked on the phone, and he said, oh, any day he makes 5,000, he's not happy that month. And I was like, really? Me here? I was just making 1,800. And I was like, oh, let me go and try it. But unfortunately, when I got there, I never made the same 5,000 because I found out that he was working like
24 hours.
And I felt like, look,
he didn't have any life.
My own, no. There's no life with this. So I was not working that. So the 5,000 that first of all got me inspired, I didn't get it there, but I was comfortable. And to be honest,
life was a bit cheaper there than here.
So what?
Life was cheaper?
And if you say life is cheaper, I will agree with you to some extent. But then there are some things that are more to life than living in a cheap environment, to be honest. Because some of the things that I got stuck and get fed up of is the only place I'm familiar with people is when you're at work. Coming home, you look through your windows, everywhere is like a ghost city. No social life, nothing. Here in Ontario, during the summer, you park, barbecue here and there. Let's go on boat cruising. Nothing like that over there.
Oh.
You can imagine, even for me to attend a party, I had to take a flight to come to Toronto to attend a party.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, some little ones do come on there, but then I'm telling you, I was not. It started getting to my head, and I was wanted to like enter into a kind of. Yeah, I was like, it's just all about work. If I want to get people to talk to when I get to work, when you get home, you look through your window, look your neighbor, no neighbor, nothing, just a few people. And the cold environment, it makes people to stay indoor.
Oh, yeah.
So people are not on the street like here. You peep through your window, you see people going and coming. But over there, you just got stuck into your apartment.
I understand.
So it becomes so bored.
So boring.
I feel
you didn't have family. You said you had friends.
Yeah, family back home, but
no, I mean in
Alberta. A few friends that I have, I didn't know the one working like jackpot. You don't see them. We don't get to meet. We just talk on the phone as well. Because they are from this side to that side, from this one. Some of them, they have an apartment. They don't even enter there. They enter there once in 3 months.
Oh, that's too much.
They came into the apartment once in 3 months, and no.
So you decided to come back?
My life is not defined. It's not decided. If it's not for COVID, I believe I should have come back much earlier.
Oh, okay. So you got stuck.
I got stuck because of the COVID. So, and I have to plan. Coming again is not something that easy. You have to plan. You have to save for it. And all that. Even when I was coming, I lost a lot of things, and I spent so much that even now I'm still trying to recover from the expenses so far.
Oh yeah, moving is always hard. I don't like moving at all.
Yes. So to the extent that now it creates a kind of phobia in me. If anybody wants to move now, I get that grip of a kind of phobia. Move, because I know the stress I pass through.
Yes.
In this part of the world, virtually everything is do it yourself.
Yes.
So I have to load it's not easy, man.
It's not easy.
Load on your own, discharge, you're all alone by yourself.
As an honorable person back home and coming here.
I don't want to be thinking about that, because I just believe that wherever you just find yourself, just trying to, if you're in Rome, behave like a Roman.
Yes.
So it's just like when I was coming and I came around, and no, I find some people these days, they came and just a week later, they were looking for the food that they have been eating back home. I was like, didn't you plan to relocate? If you plan to relocate, you don't expect, this is the food you have been eating in the last 20 years, right?
The whole life.
Reorientate your mind to have a change in the same food.
But
if you are changing environment, it's all about orientation. It's about talking to yourself. If you're trying to change environment, to be able to tell yourself that, no, I think my diet too will change.
Yes.
You can't get to a new place and start looking for the food back home. It's like you are not ready for it. Otherwise, it could get into you and you could feel sick. And it could affect you health-wise. But if you have talked to your mind, your mindset, knowing fully well that, oh, I'm changing environment, definitely weather will change, right?
Yes.
You need to dress the way the weather, new place you are going to. Then you should also have that thought of the food, my food too will change, my eating habit or my meal could change. Once you have that thought, it's going to help you to blend.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'll be chasing around looking for home food, something you've been eating for quite some ages.
Yes.
You should have a mindset of, look, I'm going to change it. That will help you to penetrate. It's not that you're not going to go for that food, but if it's not readily available because you set your mind that, look, you prepare for it, it will help you to navigate so that when you fully get settled, then you can stand looking for such food. Oh, I think I miss this food.
You miss a goosey.
You miss a goosey. You can now bring that. With that, it won't affect you health-wise. But you leave a country, you've been eating a goosey for 20 years, you don't leave. Just a week later, you are chasing a goosey up and down again.
Adjusting is always hard, like in everything.
I know it's hard, but that is why I said, if somebody have the mindset of going to a new climate, you talk about the weather.
Yes.
So once you are thinking of changing weather, you should try as much as possible to think of changing your meal too.
Yes.
It will help you to navigate well. Yes. That is to say, eat whatever you settle down. So you can come back to those food later. With that, you won't be much affected.
Yes.
That is what
like now you said you just went back to Nigeria. Now you go back and I forget there.
I didn't go to Nigeria. I went to some of the Africa.
Oh, okay. Oh, not Nigeria. You don't miss Nigeria.
I miss Nigeria, but with time.
Going back to I know you were doing something different back home. Like professionally, have you gotten into something that you were doing or that you wanted to do when you came here? How have you settled in that area?
Actually, everybody has a dream in life of what you intend to be, what you intend to do. Like for instance, back home, my intention was when I'm 50 to 52, I think I should enter retirement. And I've already set that. But when the situation happens back home that navigates the fact that I need to check out of the country, then I gave myself more years again. Added to it that, okay, I think due to these circumstances, if I have additional 5 years to me, I think I should be relaxing and retiring little by little. So back home, apart from being a legislator, that I also engage in natural medicine, producing certain products I
Like
have
herbs.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're a
some
pharmacist, right?
some of my products has NAFDAC numbers already. I
Okay.
produce balm, for skin infections.
Oh, okay.
I have some balm for rheumatism and arthritis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because while I serve as an honorable, I even have what they call health programs that I did back home.
Okay.
And I run it concurrently free for people in my constituency for 1 good year.
Oh, okay.
Free for those with rheumatism, partial stroke, and it's always crowded because people are like, wow. So I was able to do that, and I was giving them my balm also free of charge. I was entering into the factory, producing every Friday. I dash it out free. They were moving from one ward to the other. They will stay 1 week in this ward. The next week they move to the next ward. The next week they move. So by the time we go around on the whole ward, we come and start again from my very ward and go around again. And we run that for a whole year.
You see yourself establishing that kind of, like, if I say it, maybe business here in Canada, or if you researched and see if it's something that is doable?
I've taken my time now to study the Western worlds, and I could see that the battle is still the same all over.
Okay.
In the sense that even back home, the conventional medicine not giving room or chances to the herbal practitioners more because they believe there's no more scientific research done on it and all that. But then, like one of my arguments back home, when they said, oh, you guys practice alternative medicine, then I said, no, this can't be alternative. The English medicine is the alternative. The conventional medicine is the alternative because this one is what our forefathers have been using. Ever before now, it can't be alternative. It's what we bathe with, what we drink all our life. So the conventional medicine is actually, to an Africa, is the alternative. That is on one side. And so the battle there too is of the fact that, there's not enough research go into it. And I will still then come to the fact that I think the government over there were not giving room to such research. And when it comes to the Western world as well, you could still see that the herbal medicine depends on individuals' interests. It is individual who believes that, look, I think I'm tired of all this when you are giving me all the time because I'm not seeing changes. And they voluntarily go for the herbal medicine, believing that, yes, I think this one works better for me. But for it to get promoted by the government all over the world, it's still on the low side. For it to get promoted by the so-called civilized or the orthodox practitioners, is still on the low patronage. But individuals everywhere still feel like, look, I think I'm tired for this. I will go for it. And they go for it. So
so we hope that, they'll give you that opportunity. Maybe
I hope I'll have that opportunity because there are some certain things that ordinarily I will see how people labored and fight hard on some certain things. And to be honest, it's just 1 or 2 plants. It's the solution. And I wonder how people, go merry-go-round, everywhere to find solutions, and
that is readily available.
It's readily available.
The knowledge that we don't have.
Yes, it's readily available. So it's things that amazed me as a person. But what can you do?
Yes. So
we just hope one day that government will change its attitude all over and say, look.
Yes, even here, right?
Yeah, even here. Yeah, that's why I said everywhere. That they put more research.
But here I see the Chinese medicine. So probably, if you go that route, probably you get a chance to navigate in.
Well, don't forget the fact that here is all about certification too.
Yes.
In everything. So if I want to go through the Chinese medicine, whatever, do I want to tell a Chinese man I want to practice the Chinese medicine and study their own way of medicine? and then I have to spend some years with them.
Yes, and also the age is not on our side.
Age is not on my side. Bill is not also on my side.
Yes.
Except if somebody is going to take care of that for me. Otherwise, what time will I be living for me to go? But the Chinese people has theirs. We had ours. Why did you refer to Chinese now? It is because the Chinese government promoted it.
Yes, it's true.
And that is why we are seeing the clarification and the understanding. And that is why somebody like you, who is an African, can refer me to say, what about Chinese medicine? Because the government there took care upon themselves to promote it. So I challenge the other African countries as well, and the Western world, who knows that they also have their people who studied botany, who studied, plants and the forestry, who knows the value of these things. If they promote it as well, maybe you will also be talking of that before you mention Chinese.
Yes,
that is
true.
it.
Going back to social life here.
All right.
Yeah. You have your family here already, or they are still back home?
They are still back home.
Or the children and the wife?
Yeah, I can't wait to see them here.
See them, okay. We hope they'll be here soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
How far are you with the papers?
Yeah, I think, especially I have my daughter who was kind of
Is it ready to come?
sick.
Oh, okay.
And I was looking forward to see that how she could be helped. So I was going through my, my MP.
Okay.
They tried to make some moves, but when I got there about 2 days ago, I was being given the option that the documents will be ready by next year. I was like, oh my God.
But next year is around the corner.
Yeah, I know.
So you
I'm
came
hopeful,
2018, so we're almost there.
Yeah, that is the comfort that I'm almost there. Yeah. So hopefully nothing wrong will still happens to that.
Yeah, patience. From all the story that you have told us, you have benefited a lot from Canada. Can you tell us what you have to give back to Canada?
All right. Thank you very much for that question. Yeah, I really appreciate the fact that I got accommodated in Canada. And from my very first day of entering into Canada, and I have opportunity that I stayed in shelter, I was being fed, and then I have a stipend that I have to collect at the end of the month to run around, just be, and it's not because I'm working. I was so appreciative of it that something changed in my saying. Since then, when people are saying, God bless America, I say, God bless Canada. All my whatever is just about God bless Canada.
Yes.
I choose that as my own personal appreciation in the first place.
Yes.
Then I haven't gone through what I've passed through, and it's not that smooth from the beginning. But then I really appreciate the fact that I'm being accommodated and I find my food. And I've traveled far and wide, even more than those that are born here. I've mentioned some places that I've been, you will be surprised. I've been to Banff. I've been to so many places.
So many places.
So many places. Storage areas and all that. So, and having opportunity also to work.
Yes.
Apart from the fact that, yes, I'm working and I'm paying my tax. If I had opportunity the way I had helped people back home, I would have loved to do the same, and that is the area I'm working towards, because I have taken time to study the weather, and I could see that people suffer a lot from rheumatism and arthritis. And from my back home experience and gift, I have something that is just relatively 2-3 plants put together, and they found almost instant relief. That, as of today, I'm giving it out to people around me as almost as free. I'm bringing them back from home, I'm getting them all put together here, and I'm giving as much as free. If I had opportunity to make it a large, which I'm trying to do, maybe get some packaging, order from China and all that, even if it is for commercial purpose, but it will be to the benefit of the majority, of masses, that, I think we can use this and it relieves us of pain.
Mm-hmm.
I will be willing to do that for as much as I could for Canadians.
Oh, that's awesome. You are saying, do you have any regrets of coming to Canada?
To be honest, sincerely, I have. Apart from the fact that you miss your family,
Yes.
but I'm glad I'm of advantage because as at when I left, there is already a phone, there's already a video,
Yes.
and that it's not like the olden period that you have to write a letter, you have to wait for. There's a video, so I do
Video calls
to them on a daily basis, and I can take the video around the whole compound where and I will see where they what are you doing. When I hear somebody's voice, I can say, oh, take the video to that person, I want to see the person's face. So it relieves me. It's more or less like
you are there.
I'm there with them. So that is just only technology has made that easy. And so I don't have much. They don't really miss much too, except if you have to feel skin to skin. Yes. But in terms of what they need, what I know their need. I know when they sleep. I know when they wake up. So everything was okay, and I have no regret whatsoever for being in Canada. Not at all.
Do you have any advice that you'd love to give to, there are a lot of people there, like in different countries, that would want to migrate to Canada. Is there any advice that you want to give them?
Yeah, my advice to whoever that wanted to migrate to Canada, either as a refugee or as a migrating as a family, is don't just listen to if you want to listen to advice, let it be somebody who is experienced here. Yes. I think people make a lot of mistakes, especially the refugee. You want to seek an advice. You are seeking an advice from a fellow refugee that just came last month.
Okay.
And you came this month. And that person is giving you an advice.
They don't have the experience.
They don't have the experience. They are just a kind of guesswork. I think whoever that wants to come in here and they wanted to approach anybody for anything, I think your first question will say, how long have you been here? And if the person is not telling you he's been here in the last 3 years, 4 years, mind the kind of advice he wants to take from such person. I think it's very, very important because it's just like a blind man trying to guide a blind man. You all fall in the same pit.
So you have to do your research properly.
Exactly. No, it's not much research. You wanted to ask somebody something. And it's like, sorry, excuse me, bro. There's something I want to ask you. How long have you been in Canada? And if the person says, oh, I just came 6 months ago, then you can just say, oh, you can now mend your question to a lighter something. Because you already know that that person doesn't have an experience to give you. I think it's very important.
Yes.
So if you want to ask somebody who has spent at least 3-4 years, who will have at least little things to tell you.
Yes.
Not asking somebody who came last month and you came this month. I see many doing that mistakes, and they will just, and they say they are doing job fan here. Then you rush there. The one you're just running here and scatter from pillar to pole. Ask people who are experienced. They will tell you even how to get job. It's not by coming out every day and running to that place and running to that place. No, you can do it at the comfort of your home. This is how you go. Go to this website. Do this and that. It can be done in the comfort, but it requires somebody who has that experience, not somebody who came yesterday. And I was telling you, because he came 1 week ahead of you, you believe he has experience. No, he doesn't got that experience to tell you. That's what I would tell whoever that wanted to relocate to Canada. And then number 2, I think I mentioned it earlier, is when somebody wants to relocate to Canada, reorientate yourself.
Adjust.
To make adjustments. There's even a Bible says when you are in Rome, you behave like a Romans.
Yeah.
So, you already research and say, oh, Canada is cold. Let your mind tell you are going to cold weather environment. Not that even at the airport, you don't dress warm and you started feeling shaky. You want people to show you message. It does look stupid because you should have, make a little research and know that Canada is cold at so period. And so you want to dress warm when you are coming in first, if it falls to that period, and because you have that mindset. But
that reminds me, when I came to Canada, I have my uncle. So I told him that I was coming. So I went, to say my goodbye. My uncle had, those who traveled like in the 70s. So he now said, where you are going? So he had this, the globe, the map, but the round like the ball. Yeah. So he had that one. So he moved it and he said, oh, you're going here. That's the North Pole. It's very cold. So I traveled in August. So before I came, he now said, make sure that you are, well dressed, prepared for the winter, for the cold. So little did I know that there is also seasons, cold, summer, winter.
Yeah,
so I came, I got off at the airport here at the Pearson. So there was a heat wave that day. And I have my jacket. So just, I'm just commenting on what you just mentioned.
Exactly.
So everybody was looking at me. I saw this lady from Ghana, I believe, with the way she was wearing an attire from Ghana. So she came to me and she said, oh, there's a heat wave.
There's a heat wave around.
How do you wear that? Yeah, so we have to adjust and look for information.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I will advise whoever that wants to come in to do such diligent study, so that some of the sad story we heard about some people coming to Canada go to and stand in front of shelter, and it is very cold, and before they could get a space for you, the cold has entered your body, and maybe the person end up passing away. That shouldn't be.
Yes, that shouldn't be.
And that would just be like giving a bad name to Canada, but it is you that didn't do your diligent research and study well. Canada is a lovely place to be. It's so accommodating.
Yes.
Interesting place, interesting people, So you don't, because of your lack of information, lack of preparedness, to pass a bad name to such an environment. So do your diligent research as to know there is a winter time, there's a spring time, and there's a summer.
Yes.
So exactly when you want to come, once you fall in that category, at least show some little research by the kind of dress you will dress at that particular period.
Yes.
And then also adjust yourself, also saying, giving yourself at least 1 month that my diet is going to change.
Yes.
That is important, because I see some people even at the shelter. There's something maybe you don't emphasize, or you don't see your country doing that. And some people say, they're just giving us egg and egg and bread only, and the rice is not done. Hey, come on, be appreciative.
Yes.
We change your orientation that my diet is good, because those who are eating it are not dying.
Yes.
So why not eat it with all enthusiasm, with all happiness?
Yes.
And it's going to work fine on your system.
Yes.
Rather than you're seeing it, you're not even tasting it, you're already condemning it. And so your tummy too is going to condemn it.
And you can't bring a goosey from Nigeria
and you haven't bring a goosey along with you. So what are we talking about? Orientate yourself, adjust your mindset to see that, so that with that, you can fit into the system. And within a short time, you blend, and you become more or less like the landlord too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Honorable, for coming to our show. And we hope you come next time sharing your your new medication, the herbs that you'll be showing.
No, why I'm interested in that one is because in this part of the world, that one is not eatable. It's not something you have to eat. It's something like, how to.
Like rub.
And it's just like a balm. And I know it's very, very effective. I'll be willing, the way I was giving it out over there free, I'm still giving it out to people. Those are close to me. But I wish I could now do it in a more large and do it as a community thing.
Yes.
As a way of, if I'm much blessed, I will do it, get all the certification, and I could do it as a program too, for the community elders, leaders, age ones, to feel it and see that, we still have some power in the nature.
Yes, in the natural
as a gift,
things.
and gift of nature.
Yeah, so we hope next time when we have you, you'll be telling us that, you have opened this, we don't know what you'll be opening So we wish you the best, and
you
we
so
hope everything is going to work well
Thank
for you. And to our viewers, we thank you so much for watching this show here with the Honorable, all the way from Nigeria, and is really settled well. And we hope you keep watching our shows here at Antinyari Show. And please, at the end of this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, viewers.
Ain't no mountain too high, ain't no river too deep. I know we can overcome it if we can discuss it. Canada diaspora will link up, through our ups and downs we speak up. Calling you and you from all over the world. We are sitting down and chat on that Nyari chat show, yeah. Anti-Nyari show, don't be left out. On Anti-Nyari show, entertainment.